What's up, Michael Jordan collectors? So I'm seeing two things going on right now. I'm seeing the fear of missing out by collectors, where this Michael Jordan rookie card was very nostalgic for them because it was part of their childhood and they never got a chance to obtain it. And they're a little worried that they might be priced out, that this thing might be going too fast, and they want to get in there and they want to get their card. I would just say, do your research, make sure you know the prices, make sure you know what's authentic, what's not authentic. Buy smartly and buy the best card that you can afford. And I wouldn't waste a whole lot of time with it because these things are moving. Don't be afraid to buy a grade that's lower than what you really wanted. At least you will have something, at least you'll have one, and at least you'll have something that you can upgrade, and you'll have a card that you can use as trade on the upgrade. So, and there's another thing going on where people are very concerned about, it's almost like FOMO the opposite way, where people are concerned about wanting to get their card on eBay and list it and get that profit. They're anxious to sell the card because they're not really that attached to it. They just want the money. And I would say that it's too early. If you do not absolutely need the money right now, it's too early to just list this card and let it go right now. You need to hold that card for a little bit longer. There's more auctions coming up. There's more golden auctions coming up. There's more PWCC auctions coming up. And if you sell it today, you might be losing out on some profits tomorrow. I would just hold on, especially if you have like a PSA 9. Just wait. I mean, they're already getting up to about 70K. I think the magic number for the PSA 9s is at like 100K. I think once it hits to 6 digits, that's when people are going to sit back and really think about this card. And it's either going to continue to go up or it's probably going to dip. And if it dips, it's probably going to dip and hover around 70 to 80K. But I would wait. I would wait for these big auctions, and I would wait to see what it does and see what happens when it hits $100,000. And that might be a good time to sell. But if you sell it right now, you're going to lose out. You're going to lose out. I know there's this concern that you think this it's going to just all come crashing down. But I would just be patient. Just wait. More than likely, if you've had this card for years, then you paid probably nothing for it. So even if it comes down, you're not gonna lose anything. I mean, the reward is much higher than the risk right now. To just wait for another golden auctions, wait for a couple of more PWCC auctions, see what it does, see if it levels off, see what happens when it hits $100,000. I think the PSA 9 is a good gauge of measurement for all of the cards below. So the PSA 10s, I can't predict that. I never predicted 700,000. They could hit 1 million. I'm not going to say that they are. I'm not going to steer anybody the wrong way. But we'll see. This next golden auctions, and I know a lot of people are not convinced. They think that this is not real. And we need to see some more auctions. If we keep seeing this card selling for 700,000 consistently, and that becomes the average, then the 9 is going to pick up, and all of the other grades are going to pick up because people are going to know that this is real. But selling it right now, I would not sell it right now. I'm trying to tell you guys, hold your cards. If you do not absolutely need the money right now, hold the cards for a little bit longer. Let a couple more auctions go by. Then sell your card. That's all I'm saying. So, Card Gems here. Welcome to my channel. This is today's February 2nd Michael Jordan Rookie Card Market Report. Alright guys, let's dig into this. So, population report. PSA, yesterday we had 18,409 Today we have 18,419, so we have 10 new additions. We have 2 new 8s, we got 3 new 7s, we got 1 new 6, we got 3 new 5s, and we got 1 new 3. We still have 316 10s. Don't think it's ever going to change. We have 2,763 9s. So Beckett, no surprise, no change. It's all crickets. These guys, I don't know if they just don't update their website very often or what is going on, but we still have 11,569 with 6 pristine 10s. 526 9.5s is another number that has not changed in a very long time. And 1,634 9s. So SGC, there's been no change on SGC as well. We still have 2,159 with 1 gold label, pristine 10. The 10s we have 25, and 9.5s we have 25, and the 9s we have 216. So checking our favorite website, PSA 8 on cardladder.com. So last sale was 22,940, and this was a record high. We actually had 2 sales back to back. We got this one for 22,869, and then we have that one for 22,940. So huge spike right here from the 17,862 that was just the day earlier. So BGS 8 last sold for 15,050. So this was on the 1st, and prior to that it had sold for 15,423, which was the record. So BGS 8.5 last sold for 17,150. Again, this is a bit of a spike here, but this is on the 30th. PSA 8.5 last sold for $30,000. So this here was back on the 26th. You don't see this card very often. It sold for $25,000 on the 22nd. I know of one sale that was at the Dallas Card Show, and a guy paid $27,500. So this card is still selling. It's just not very often because, you know, it has such a low pop of 378. PSA 9 last sold for 70,933. It's in the 70s now. It's in the 70s, guys. Look at this spike. Started right here, 53.9. Jumped up to 61,700 on the 29th, and boom, here we are, 70,933 on the 31st. And we've had a couple more sales of 70,000 plus. We're just waiting for those to be confirmed. So BGS 9 last sold for 34,300. So this is down from the high. This is down from the high of 47,500, which was a huge spike. BGS 9.5 last sold for 162,500. So this is another big spike. This is a high end. This is a quad 9.5 and above, sold on the 30th. And before that, one had sold for 120,000 on the 26th. Now there's been a couple that sold on PWCC for best offers. One was 175,000, one was 150,000. Those were quad 9.5s with 110 grade. But those have not been confirmed yet. PSA 10 last sold for $350,000. So this is the last confirmed sale. And this happened right here. This is on the 28th. It was a buy it now on eBay. Now, everyone, the whole world knows about those 2 that sold for $738,000. It's no secret. We're still got to wait for those to be confirmed. All right, so checking out the recently ended. So we had this PSA 7. It was listed for $14,500 or best offer, and it sold for $13,200. So about the average for a 7. So here's a PSA 8. It was listed for $20,000 or best offer, and this one sold for $19,500. So the buyers saved a whopping of $500 on this deal. There's another PSA 8. It sold for $20,000, one bid. And here's a PSA 1. It was listed for $3,950 or best offer, and this is a really good looking PSA 1. Looks like it has a hole right here where some kid had tacked it on the wall. And this one sold for $3,650. So the buyer saved $300 by negotiating. And this is really not that bad, you know, considering the eye appeal. And one of these did sell for $7,000 plus recently. But here we have a BGS 8 sold for $15,000. Buy it now. Here we got a actually a BGS 7.5 listed for $13,100 or best offer, and it's sold for $13,000. So this buyer saved a whopping of $100. So here's a PSA 6 sold for $13,000. Buy it now. Here's a PSA 7 is sold for $13,277 with 42 bids. So the 6 and 7s are kind of similar. Here's another PSA 7 is sold for $12,995. Buy it now. You know, it's just all about the eye appeal here. There's a PSA 6 sold for $13,495. Buy it now. So again, the 6 and 7s are pretty much mixed together. There's a BGS 8 sold for $15,100. Buy it now. So here's a PSA 8 with an off-center qualifier, listed for $13,500, and it sold for $10,000. So buyer saved $3,500, and this is about the average price for these kind of cards. So here's a PSA 8 that sold for $30,000 or best offer, and it sold for $25,000. So this is pretty high. I mean, well, this is becoming the new average, is $20K plus, 25 being more towards the high end. So there's another PSA 8 sold for $24,999. So again, around this price range right here, it's becoming a norm. Here's another PSA 8 sold for $28,257 bids, and this is a high. This would be a new record right here. Here's another PSA 8, $24,000, one bid. So you know, it's all about eye appeal on this card as well. Here's another PSA 7, $15,000 or best offer, and this one sold for $11,250. So, you know, again, it's eye appeal. This is a really good price for that buyer, you know, because these have been selling for around $14,000. Here's a PSA 3, $7,360 or best offer. Sold for $7,000. So, you know, these low ends are doing really well now. So here's a PSA 7.5, $16,750 or best offer, and it sold for $15,000. So it's a little bit on the higher end because it's actually a 7.5. You don't see the 7.5s very often. You know, it's basically a 7 with great eye appeal. So here's a PSA 9 that sold for $6,500, which we know is a complete joke. And this is probably a scam because no one in their right mind would sell a PSA 9 for $6,500. Guys, I've told you over and over, do not fall for this. Stop buying these cards. You're not going to get this card. This guy he's just going to get a loan, a temporary loan, and then PayPal's going to take the money back and you'll get refunded. If you get this card, it's going to be a fake. So just stop doing this. All right, so checking newly listed, we got this PSA 8. $3,350 with 12 bids already. Here's a PSA 7. They got it listed for $20,000 or best offer. So, you know, this card is around $14,000, $15,000 now. Here is a SGC 8. They got it listed for $25,000. Buy it now. This is a really high price for this card. This card last sold for around $10,000. So here's a BGS 8, $45,000 or best offer. This again is a really high price, you know, 15 to 17 maybe, more on the 15 side. Here's the BGS 8 again, $24,499 or best offer. Here's a PSA 4. It's up to $2,968 with 6 bids. Here's another PSA 4, $7,995 or buy it now. Here's a PSA 8. They got it listed for $30,000 or best offer. There's a BGS 8.5. They got it listed for $29,000 or best offer. These have sold anywhere from $17,000 to $19,000. Here's a PSA 4. They got it listed for $14,999. 0 bids. And this is pretty high for this card. So here's a PSA 8. They got it listed for $14,989. Well, actually, this has 13 bids already. So here's a PSA 7. Starting bid at $11,500. Here's a PSA 2. $2,252 bids. Here's a BGS 7.5. They got listed for $21,999 or best offer. This is really high for this card. This is a BGS 8.5, $55,600. This is really high, but they're accepting offers. Here's a PSA 8, $45,000 or best offer. Here is a BGS 9. It's up to $30,000 with 22 bids. And this spiked as high as $47,500, but it averages around $39,000. There's a PSA 6. They got it listed for $8,999. 0 bids. Here's a PSA 8, $17,100. 33 bids already. Here's a BGS 8, $11,100. 25 bids already. Here's a BGS 7. They got it listed for $12,023. Buy it now. Here's a BGS 9, $10,023. 13 bids already. Here's a PSA 8. They got it listed for $19,000. 0 bids. Here's a PSA 6, $10,499 or best offer. There's another PSA 6, $12,995 or best offer. And here's a BGS 8.5 for $49,500 or best offer. There's a PSA 8. It's already up to $14,000 on the first day, 29 bids. Here's a SGC 8, $24,490 or buy it now. Here's a BGS 9, $160,000 I got it listed for a best offer. Ooh, good luck with that, man. Here's a PSA 7, $14,000 or best offer. And here's a BGS 8.5, $34,000 best offer. Here's a PSA 6 for $13,500 or best offer. There's a BGS 7, $11,000 or best offer. There's another BGS 7, $15,023 or best offer. And here's a PSA 8. It's up to $4,050, 42 bids. There's a PSA 7 listed for $15,000 or best offer. Here's a PSA 4, $8,495. Buy it now. No offers accepted. Here's a BGS 8.5, $32,000 or best offer. Here's a PSA 8, $21,475. 0 bids. Here's a BGS 7.5 listed for $15,000 or best offer. And here's a PSA 9 listed for $79,000 or best offer. So we've seen these sell in the $70K range, anywhere from the mid 60s to the $79K range, depending on the eye appeal. All right, so checking on the live auctions, we have this PSA 2.5. It's up to $1,500 with 9 bids. There's a PSA 2. It's up to $2,250 with 2 bids. There's a PSA 4, $2,968, 68 bids, 5 days left. And here is a PSA Authentic, $3,000, 46 bids, 1 day left. The PSA Authentics can vary, really vary, depending on the eye appeal. And I don't really cover these because there's not a lot of data. Card Ladder does not cover these. So if I can't get confirmed sales, I'm not going to give you guys some data that is not confirmed. So here we have a PSA 6 that's up to $3,200 with 5 bids. Here's a PSA 8. It's up to $3,350, 12 bids, 8 days left. Here's a PSA 5, $3,550 with 5 bids, 5 days left. Here's a PSA 2. It's up to $3,650, 54 bids, 2 days left. Here's a BGS 4, $3,900, 4 bids. So here's a PSA 8. It's up to $4,050, 42 bids. There's a BGS 5.5. It's up to $4,650, 23 bids. There's a PSA 4. It's up to $4,650 with 21 bids. There's a PSA 7. It's up to $5,000 with 14 bids, 9 days left. There's a PSA 3. 5,386, 29 bids, 1 days left. These low ends are really doing well. Here's another one for PSA 4, 5,450, 29 bids, 1 days left. So this is the price that I paid for my PSA 9 a year ago. So this is just crazy. So here's a BGS 5.5. It's up to 5,599, 29 bids. Here's a PSA 5. It's up to 6,515 bids. I love seeing how these low ends are doing. It's just astonishing. Here's a PSA 6. It's up to 6,827 bids. Here's another PSA 5. It's up to 6,820 bids, 3 days left. Here's a PSA 6.5. It's up to 6,908 bids left. So this is like the high-end 6. So these are nice pickups. PSA 6, $7,000, 24 bids, 1 day left. So here's the PSA 8 with the optional qualifier, 7,800, 26 bids. So these sell around the 10,000 price range. Some as high as 12 now. So here's a PSA 6. It's up to 8,300 with 57 bids. There's a BGS 7.5. It's up to 9,100, 31 bids, 3 days left. There's a BGS 9 Mint, $10,000, 13 bids, 6 days left on that. There's a PSA 7. It's up to 10,300, 19 bids, 4 days left. Remember, 14 to 15K. There's a BGS 8, 11,100, 25 bids. 2 days on this one. Here's a PSA 7, up to 11,350, 34 bids, 2 hours left. So it's already given the BGS 8s a run for their money. So here's a PSA 7, 11,500. This one has no bids, 14 hours left. So, you know, it's all about that eye appeal. Look, it's very slim on this left side. So, you know, people might not want this one for the, you know, the higher price. So here's another PSA 7, 11,500 again. It's another one that's really off-centered. So here's another PSA 7. See, this one's up to 12,600 or 47 bids because this one has more of a better eye appeal. The centering is much better. This one only has 2 hours left, so it'll be interesting. Here's another PSA 7. This one's up to 13,200, 2 bids. Again, it has a little bit better eye appeal. People prefer the side-to-side centering over the top and down. Here's a BGS 8.5. It's up to 13,700 with 24 bids and a day left. There's a PSA 8, 13,998, 0 bids. And the reason it has no bids is because this has an off-center qualifier on it. So here we got a PSA 8. It's up to 14,000, 29 bids, 6 days left. There's another PSA 8, 14,500, 48 bids, 2 days left. There's a BGS 8.5, 14,900, 28 bids, 3 days left. Here's a PSA 8 that has no qualifiers, and it's 14,989, 13 bids. Now these have been pushing over 20K now. So here's a PSA 8, 15,000, 42 bids, 7 days left. There's another PSA 8, 15,100, 33 bids, 4 days left. PSA 8, 17,100, 33 bids, 2 days left. Here's another PSA 8. It's up to 17,150, 33 bids. This one has really good eye appeal. Here's another PSA 8, 18,100, 26 bids, 5 days left. And this one again has very good eye appeal. It has this sticker on it. This is top 15% on eye appeal. So here's a PSA 8. It's up to 23,123, 53 bids, top 20% on the eye appeal. There's a BGS 9. It's up to 30,000, 22 bids, 6 days left. There's a BGS 9 for 34,000, 63 bids. This has nearly 3 days left. There's another BGS 9. It's up to 34,400, 68 bids, 1 day left. Remember, these have sold as high as 47,500, but that's the spike. Before that, it had been selling about this price range right here. This had been about the average, you know, about 35K up to 39K, you know, getting close to 40K. So here's a PSA 9. It's up to 47,100, 41 bids. These cards are becoming monsters. You know, they've been selling close to 70K now. So there's been like 2, 3, 4 sales for over 70K now. There's another one for 48,000, 77 bids, 2 days left. See, here's one that's up to 60,300, 2 hours left. This is top 15% on iAppeal. All right, checking out our BGS 95s. We still have this one for 200,000, our best offer. And this is a low end. It has a 9 on the surface. Here's another one. This is 275,000, our best offer. And this one has a 9 on the edges. So we have this BGS 95 here for 302,000. Buy it now, and it has 9 on the surface. Here's the pair. It's for 400,000, our best offer. This one has a 9 on the surface, but you get the sticker with it. And here we go. Here's a pair of BGS 95s for 533,000, our best offer. This one has a 9 on the edges. This one has a 9 on corners. Now, we really don't know how much these are going for right now, these low ends. The last one that sold publicly was 80,000. But you can consider that a SGC 95 had sold for 125,000. So you can kind of factor that in. That SGC had an off-center back, like really off-centered. So that would have been like a low-end BGS 95 equivalent. All right, checking the PSA 10s. We have just this one PSA 10 now. And here they go. They changed the price again. Like I said, it's like musical chairs with price. These guys, it's been listed for 750,000. It was 875,000. It was $1 million, and now it's back to 800,000. So, you know, it probably has something to do with the other PSA 10s because they all ended. Because there had been 3 that had popped up and they all ended and probably sold privately because we don't have a price for those. But this has 775 watchers. This is the one that's been on here the longest. So we'll see how it does. So in summary, PSA 10s, the record confirmed price is still 350,000 because the one at Golden Auctions have not been confirmed yet. There's none on live auction. BGS 95 high-end, quad 95 and above, the record is still 162,500, none on auction. The record sell for the low-end BGS 95s with 1.9 sub is still 76,000. Still waiting on the one at Golden Auctions to get confirmed. That's 81,000. There's none on auction. The SGC 95, yes, this is a real price. This is a confirmed price, 125,000. It has become a monster. There's none on live auction. It's a very low pop. Here's a PSA 9. The record price is 70,933. We have one that's up to 60,300 right now on live auction. BGS 9, 47,500. Yes, this is not a typo. This was a huge spike, but it's confirmed. And I believe this one had 295 subs, if I'm not mistaken. And we have one up on auction right now for 34,400. SGC 9 record price 28,133. None on auction. PSA 8.5 last sold for 30,000. That's the record. There's also one that sold for 27,500 at the Dallas card show. We have none on auction. All right, the BGS 8.5s record price 17,150. We have one up on auction right now. It's at 14,900. So the BGS 8.5 is like in competition with the PSA 8, but the PSA 8 is kicking its butt right now. The SGC 8.5, we haven't had a sell in a while, and it's stuck at 10,555, and we have none on auction because, you know, these SGCs are low pops. The PSA 8 record price is 22,940. So yeah, it is kicking the 8.5's butt. There's already one up on live auction that is already higher than the record price. It's at 23,123. The BGS 8 record price is at 15,423. So we have one up on auction right now for 11,100. The SGC 8, another card that doesn't sell very often. It's up. The record prices are about $8,000, and we have none on auction. The BGS 7.5, 11,500. We have one up on auction right now for 9,100. So, you know, the BGSs, they just don't get that much love when it comes to the lower ends. But the PSA 7, look at this price. 14,635 is the highest confirmed price. And there's already one up on auction for $13,000. There's several of these PSA 7 auctions that are getting close to this $13,000. So we'll see how those do. PSA 6, it's $9,500 is the record price for this. And we have one up to $8,200 right now, so it's not far from that record price. So checking on our low ends. PSA 5, record price is $6,999, but look at this live auction, $6,800 already. So I'm pretty sure that this is going to beat the record. PSA 4, we have this old price for $3,700. It hasn't sold in a while, and we already have one that's up to $5,450 on live auction. PSA 3, $6,250 is the record price, and we already have one that's up to $5,386 on live auction. PSA 2, this again is an old price, $3,218. We already have one that's up to $3,650 on live auction. PSA 1, we have this huge spike right here, $7,350. I just saw one that's sold for best offer, around $4,000. But it hasn't been confirmed. These PSA 8, these PSA 1s can really vary depending on eye appeal, and there is none on live auction. So I'd like to mention that I don't have the BGS low ends here, and that's because they're not on Card Ladder. Card Ladder is slowly incorporating. I think they've now listed the 6.5 BGS, but again, I'm not going to list these cards here if I do not have. Those guys are experts, and they get confirmed prices. And I'm not going to just list cards on here that don't have confirmed prices and give you guys some false information. All right, guys, that was my update for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. And if you have any feedback, comments, maybe things that I can do better, go ahead and leave a comment down below. And for you guys that have not subscribed yet, please subscribe. And I will see you in the next Michael Jordan Rookie Card Market Report.